Sure if I can figure out how to. My weekly live streams from Itty Bitty that I usually live stream from Facebook. I wonder if I can figure out a way to. Everybody, are the general people using live YouTube? Are those attachable to my social media, my Facebook page as well? Let's find out. See if I can attach this to like my Facebook or something. Plus, no, start a poll about share. There we go. Share with. Copy link. I don't know if that worked or not. Did I just link my Itty Bitty Boom Facebook page to this YouTube live? Let me check real quick. If not, I'll go back to my usual courtesy live. Not sure if it did or not. Let's see. Itty Bitty. Oh yeah, it shows on there. Milo's live on the top of Itty Bitty. So I think I might do that from now on. I think there's more options available using YouTube for the lives. So the weekly courtesy live update video. If this works out, I'll start streaming them through my YouTube channel. Anyway, I was just doing a whole bunch of redundant testing like I always do. I'm always testing something. I don't know if I can flip these around. But yeah, I was testing my new Eco 60 amp hour skid banks. I'm coming out with a couple lines of I've always built with the 10AA75C or the 20AA35C skib cells. In kind of an abundance. I've mainly stuck to the 10s. So now I'm debuting a bunch of the 20s and doing extensive testing on them. So it's not just hearsay or make believe or good hopes or whatever. Like all my other banks, I test the crap out of everything I do. The 20s aren't too bad. They got obviously they got more amp hours. They last longer. Typically on a base note, on like a cell for cell. What I mean by that is like a 20 amp hour built with 10s and a 40 amp hour built with 20s. Both have 12 cells. Obviously the 10s recoup a little faster, but the 20s hold on a little longer. Is it worth the trade-off? I don't know, you be the judge. I have a I don't know, 400 or 500 10 amp hour 75C banks out into the audio community, and probably I think it's less than 50 of the 20s out in the audio community, and I have hundreds of these skib banks and hundreds of the headways, and it's got to be over 100 of these planos. There's another thing I was over testing on was the some of the features that I give as available add-on options. All my banks come standard with a Bluetooth voltage meter now. They didn't used to about 6 weeks ago or so. Maybe it's not that long. I don't know. I work so much I get everything blurs together. Like everything was just the other day in my head. Like last week. No, that was several weeks ago. But anyway. Not very long ago, I had switched all my banks to where unless it's eco, I take it back. If it's an eco bank like this guy over here, it only comes with a case, bars, and then still installed Hiltech balance board, and just the things you need to use it. So ecos don't come with voltage meters. But all my Durabase or standard feature, I kind of call them either one because usually they all come with a Durabase cell wrap. I did, I don't know, the other one I sent out the other day that just has the new bars on there that I got from IL has 8 positives, 8 negatives, and that's not quite an eco, but it doesn't have a voltmeter on that particular application. So I've been trying to come up with an idea or to cover more people because not everybody in the world wants or a voltage meter on their bank. A lot of people already have a voltage meter in their car audio application. So it's kind of a redundant thing where they don't need another voltage meter. So that was the reasoning behind one was the eco banks. Two was because a lot of people have no space to debut or to show the bank at like wheel wells or next to a speaker box that wasn't thought out as well as originally thought. A lot of people build big ginormous boxes, put big subs and ginormous amps, and then think about, wait a minute, where am I going to put the battery? So they're looking for the smallest battery with the most output as possible. It's a super common thing. Thus, skib. Skib is, and plano. These plano banks are super small and super powerful. As opposed to, like this 24 amp hour plano bank would take over a 40 amp hour of Yinlong to replace it. That would actually physically be the same size, but it would take more than a 40 to produce the same amount of watt supportage as this one bank, in my opinion. I always got to say that because so many people love to argue. I don't like to argue. I just let the data speak for itself. Anyway, so I've been coming out with 2 or 3 versions of the skib 10s and 20s. Kind of hyper focusing on the 20s lately. I guess the 10s too. But the 20s I'm releasing in a 40, 60, and 80 amp hour standard, those 3 sizes in the ecos, so that you can see them just like this with eco bars, no voltage meter, plain Jane case, bare minimum, just the super good cells and decent bars. There's nothing super special about them. I have them locally made in my city by a company that has a really nice water jet that I tried, and I asked them real nice if I can have it and trade them everything I got and my last kidney. He didn't want to sell it to me, but I've been looking around trying to find my own water jet so I can make my own bars. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some awesome companies in the car audio community that sell really nice bars, but I'm just trying to get all my ducks in a row where I can own all my own equipment. Like the CNC machine has morphed into what it is now. It used to be a lot smaller, and it's upgraded 2 or 3 times now since I got it. I'm getting ready to upgrade some more on it here soon. I got a spindle tip auto changing, I don't know how you word it, but a deal where it goes and parks itself, changes its own tip, and then picks itself up and keeps on going. So I can not only cut out the boxes, but like go carve like volts, itty bitty boom into the lid and whatever. I can do V bits and the square circle cuts all at once, where I just program it and it'll go park itself, change its own tip, and keep on going. Thus making it a lot more efficient. Anyway, I'm getting ready to, or I'm hoping to, getting all my ducks in the road to put that tip changing kit on this CNC machine. It's pretty cool. I think it's awesome. The water cooled spindle that's got Axl Rose standing on it over there will go over and plunge itself down into this mechanism that's holding 4 or 5 tips. It'll change its park or eject the tip and park it in a spot where, like the one I'm using to cut circle squares, and it'll move over and pick up the one that's going to cut the V to do stuff like similar to this. like this V-carved itty bitty boom and polycarbonate clear. Anyway, I can still do this right now just by manually changing the tip and rehoming the machine and doing 4 or 5 different things to get it prepared to move on to the next stage of cutting or carving. But anyway, moving on to the weekly update. 6 or 8 banks went out yesterday in a couple speaker boxes, and I had. I'm not going to show you guys that. I had a different one of these that looked almost exactly like this cut last week, and I was on the last video, last live, I was peeling the plastic off of the lid to look like that. Anyway, I was it's kind of embarrassing, but whatever. I was walking through here and tripped over this darn cord, and I tried to catch myself and grabbed the bank and threw it on the ground over there and like smashed it pretty good. Anyway, so I stopped after I composed myself and looked around to see if anybody was watching me, and the only person here is a cat, so thank God. Anyway, after all that, I had built another one from scratch with all brand new stuff. The other one's pretty rough. I'll use it in my own vehicle or something, because it took quite a spill, or I did. And took it down with me as I was trying not to fall into that pole right there. After tripping over all these air hoses. I was going to sue somebody, whoever owns this place, but oh, wait a minute. I rent from this place, and it's my company, so I can't really, who left this shit here? Oh yeah, I'm the only one that works here. So anyway, it was kind of embarrassing, but luckily there was nobody in the building. Anyway, and we're all human. Everybody makes mistakes, right? Like tripping over shit, whatever. Anyway, 2-3 weeks ago, I had built 551s. Yeah, 551 amp hour Lish 3-4 weeks ago. Packaged them all up, laid out a bunch of labels on in the next room is a big table. Have a couple friends that help me package sometime, and I lay them all out next to the what's up, kitty? I lay them all out next to the banks and what have you. Anyway, long story short, it's 3-4 weeks ago. I had mistakenly put all these labels next to these 5 different 51 amp hours banks, and I shipped a gentleman that ordered a 42. I shipped him a 51. I reached out to him and the gentleman that ordered the actual 51 and let him know, hey, just keep that 51. It's not going to be a size, difference, or as long as it fits in your vehicle. He says, yeah, it fits fine. I reached out to the gentleman that ordered the 51 that I mailed off to the guy that ordered the 42. He says, hey, I'll just build you another 51 if that's right with you. And he goes, oh, absolutely. Thanks for reaching out. Anyway, that 51 is ready to package. I just got it finished earlier. So the guy that ordered the 42 ended up with a free upgraded to a 51, because it had already left the day before. The day after it left, I kind of caught what happened. I was like, wait a minute, because I was counting all the bus bars and what have you, and I instantly called both the customers, and they were both really cool. They were both awesome. They were like, oh yeah, no problem, thanks for letting me know, so on and so forth. And then I messaged the gentleman that ordered this deluxe 24 amp hour plano. I messaged you earlier today and kind of gave you the rundown on I smashed your first one by accident, and I built a replacement for it today. I will get it packaged up and put the reprinted label of the original label I sent you onto this new bank and get it shipped out to you next week. And I'm not sure on, I've had a bazillion inboxes asking me for the price list for the 80 amp hour that I posted up yesterday, the day before. I wasn't quite sure where to go with the price list. Oh, that particular one was $16.99, 75 shipping, and the 75 covers 4 inches of this foam board It covers the material and the shipping to anywhere in the lower 48 states. And then the ecos are going to be a couple $100 less than the. So, like for an example, the 80 skib, 16.99, and the eco one that has these style bus bars, and not the ill customs with the 8 spots. Anyway, it'll be like $250 less, so $16.99 minus $250. Anyway, and I haven't priced out all the other two yet. Like this is a 60 eco right here, and then I'll have a 40 eco, 40, 60, and 80 eco. A couple $100 less than the standard feature ones, and the standard feature will come in 2 flavors. One with just a really nice black CNC cut case with ill or gems, whatever, custom, really nice bus bars. And the deluxe, you can choose to add on one of these voltmeters. So with or without the voltmeter, it's up to you guys, because a lot of people ask me often, can I get that without the voltmeter? Sure. Yeah, let's take off, a couple $100 and we'll get you that built. So anyway, just bear with me as I'm trying to come up with the price list of the new 6-8 different standard feature banks. And I was going to touch, I've had so many people want me to build them with the 2.9s, and I don't like stepping on other companies' toes. There's already 2 or 3 companies out there building with 2.9s. They're a decent sell. I think they have their place in car audio. I don't want to build with those. Same with C-Max or Insight or anything that there's already 2 or 3 companies building with. I just don't want to try to compete or step on somebody else's toes. So I always try to hyper focus on a couple things that nobody else is building with, like the 10s and the 20 skibs, Plano, Lish, and they're not building in this particular format, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I just try to hyper focus on my own side of the street and not try to, so anyway, to answer the lots of, will I build you a 2.9? I mean, I guess I will. I built a Yin-Long the other day for a gentleman that sent in every part that he purchased from whatever, one of them car audio, buy all your parts from one of the distributors. I don't remember who it was, like SSA or Big Jim or somebody. He bought all the parts from there and he sent them all to me, and I assembled it for him. But in general, I'm not going to make a price list of those that I offer as a normal product. I will if you absolutely insist. You really want me to build you one with whatever, anything but C-Max. I won't build you with C-Max or anything that'll burn my building down if I mistakenly undercharge it or not compress it well. I don't want to burn down $1 million building just to make a few dollars. But anyway, I'm gonna go check out how this live turned out on the. You can like see how things are going to it. What's going on, brother? Milo, it works. Where's Base Kitty? She's right here behind me. Meow. Always got tape or dust or something on her. So yeah, that's kind of cool. So I can make a live YouTube, post it to the Itty Bitty Boom page, and everybody can see it on the live updates. One of the reasons I was doing that was because a week or 2 ago I had asked the group, this one and the Build Your Own Lithium Bank group, if you guys would be interested in a step-by-step tutorial on whatever. Like if you wanted me to show you every little detail on like how to build your own eco. Oh, that's another thing I'm trying to do. As a one-person company, I try to just choose 6 or 8 projects and run with them and just stay focused on those, because I can only do so much. But anyway, on the eco banks, I was going to offer those in kits and put them on the BMS Batteries website. So I was going to offer them fully assembled for dollars and a little cheaper if you want to put it together yourself. So I was going to make a step-by-step tutorial of every little tiny step in building the bank, from A to Z. And I asked the group, I'm like, hey, if that's something I did and I made my YouTube channel one of those where you can subscribe to like the exclusive content for like $2.99 a month or whatever. I asked a bunch of people, or I asked a group. I got quite a bit of traction from you guys stating that that would be something you're interested in. I stated that if that panned out, I would take the $2.99 monthly, subscription fee that I would accumulate and purchase things like a really nice 4K camera. They have a couple that will like follow you around the room, and you can get them to zoom in and out as if I had a cameraman here in the room when I really don't. I mean, you-Base Kitty's pretty talented, but she's yet to figure out how to hold the phone and follow me around with it. I wish she would. That'd be super cool. Or someday, if I ever get an employee, we can do more live videos and or how to install videos. But yeah, also when I asked the group if they wanted to pay the monthly $2.99 or whatever it is to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I went to go fill it out, and one of the requirements for the YouTube is a bazillion hours of people watching my content and so many subscribers and so many views and things like that. Anyway, when I first glanced at it, I thought it said something like 2,000 more hours of people watching my content, and I was way off base. What it said was there has been 2,000 some odd hours of people watching my content, and I needed 1 million or something crazy number of hours or views or something. And I'm like, what? I'm like, the likelihood of 1 million people watching, or watching how to build lithium banks is probably pretty far out there, you know what I mean? But anyway, I thought I would start somewhere, and I think I only have to do one more requirement. There's like 5 things on the list of things that can open that option on YouTube, and I already had 2 of them done. And if I get one more, I think I can turn on the option where you guys can subscribe to exclusive content, which I'm going to do a couple for free anyway, just because I tried to help as many people as I can without losing my mind. And lately, in the last few months, it's gotten a lot more daunting. That's a lot more huge deal to try to keep up with. The company building everything that I've sold has to come first. And it used to be last year, the year before, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I had more time where I was able to sit down and help more people. And I truly enjoy helping people, like figuring out how to, wire in a bank that they built themselves with parts they got from somewhere else or whatever. And I really like helping people, but at the same time, I got to focus on like people that bought something from me first, and then people that bought parts from my affiliate links second, and then whatever's time left over, I have to only give so much of it to the people that chose to not do either one of those things. That's fine. If you choose to not purchase one from me, great. If you choose to not get your parts from none of my affiliate links, not a problem. I'll still help a few people a week, but I have to micromanage my time a little better. So that's another reason why I want to do the videos, because then people could just subscribe, watch them on the YouTube channel. I could take those few bucks and buy stuff to make the content better, microphones, cameras, things like that. And what do you say? OnlyFans. Kitty has an OnlyFans. She's got one where you can pay to watch her foot pictures. No, I'm just kidding. I think 3 years ago we were goofing around, me and a couple of the customers from Itty Bitty were talking about trying to come up with, I think it was the same thing, we were trying to come up with camera money and just extra money to buy things to help create more content for would-be customers or would-be do-it-yourselfers or build your own lithium bank customers. I try not to say do-it-yourself too often, because there's 2 or 3 do-it-yourself groups, and I try not to stomp on anybody's toes or whatever. I think I do too much avoiding of aggressive people. I was thinking about going around and just being like everybody else there last week. I sleep deprived myself last week, and I was getting super moody, and I'm like, I'm going to go around all these groups and just be super abrasive and just see what happens, and tell everybody how I feel. And I was like, nah, I better go home and take a nap. But anyway, I am going to sign off of here. Go check out how this live turned out, and because it shows you like all these cool graphs. Or well, that's another reason I signed into the live, because then it it encourages subscribers. I think 'cause I don't know if you can watch the live without subscribing. I'm not sure. You have a good weekend too, Will. Mr. Addict One, Jody W. Looks like only 3 people are watching, so I'm talking to 3 people. Anyway, not a big deal. I'm not sure. Can people go back and watch the lives later on the weekly live updates? Is it something that is recorded? Or I'm not sure. But anyway, moving on. I'm going to let you all go. If you have a bank that you're curious about, that you would like to ask me, like, hey, where's that at, or whatever, chances are it's on the bench right here, and or packaged. Oh, the customer from Hawaii that ordered the Super Cat Bank, it is packaged, and I was double checking because I had another shipment to Hawaii kind of end up in limbo, so I double checked before I let the lady take that one, because I had a bank that I shipped to Hawaii and it got held in whatever customs or whatever, and they wanted to scrutinize the hazmat compliance and whatever, and I was like, yeah, it's all right there. Do you want me to email it to you? And it's already on the pack. It's on the outside of the package with the little number that goes on my compliancy sticker. Anyway, I thought they moved it over the package over to cargo ship only, or whatever you call it, the boat, like the one that hit that bridge the other day. I thought they moved it over to that, but then all of a sudden the package got lost, or it's still being held in customs or something. Not the Super Cat Bank, but some salt cells that I sent to Hawaii from BMS batteries. Those got held in customs or whatever. But anyway, so I was just triple checking before I let that cat bank go, because I was trying not to get it stuck in somewhere either. Yeah, I'm not talking about the cat bank. It's still sitting here. I had a BMS batteries order. They ordered some of those salts that said Shrieko on the side of them, because Shrieko and I opened BMS together. So if they have anything on either website, you can get it from me. Anyway, the customer bought some of those from me, and I sent them to them. They got stuck in limbo somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to sign out. I've been rambling on for quite some time now. 28 minutes to be to be exact. And you guys all have a good weekend. I'll talk to you soon. I don't even know how to make this live stop. How do you stop it?